Over the years, I've dealt with challenges in different ways. I've also realized that there are moments in our lives when it seems like dealing with challenges is an easy thing. It all depends on the type of support structure you have or the kind of life you are living, personal and work life. There are challenges that seem easier to deal with when one is employed versus when one is firstly unemployed or self-employed. So how you tackle challenges is not the same. And in this instance, clearly it would be when the challenge is a financial challenge. So this is what I choose to talk about today: financial challenge. It doesn't get easier just because you are employed. In fact, when you are employed, it is easy to find yourself getting into debt to a point where it is unbearable, to a point where you get paid today and in less than 7 days you are left with nothing, and you still have to make a plan to go to work. You still have to make a plan to get food and every other thing that you may need. Now, we are talking about an instance where things have gone bad already. That's why we say you are dealing with challenges. How do you deal with challenges? It's already there. It's not about how do you try to not get into that. You are in that situation. You are employed and entangled in debt. What do you do? What do you do when you are unemployed and you need to get food? What happens when you are unemployed and you need to have a place where you stay? What happens when you are in business and something has happened to shake your world around to a point where you are exactly in the same situation as someone who is unemployed or someone who is employed, who finds themselves with no money whatsoever within 7 days or in less than 7 days. So at this moment right now, all these three people are now in the same situation. They have what we call a financial challenge. How does one overcome this challenge? Mindset. We all go through these challenges, and this is why I can talk about this right now. We all have to go through such challenges. The thing about humanity is that we have similarities in every manner. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, we all have to go through such things. We go through such things. When I say we have to, it's not that it's compulsory, but it's just the way life is. It's the way life is. I don't know if there are any people that don't go through the things that I've said or that have never gone through these things. But anyway, let's focus on how we are going to deal with the challenges we have right now. Firstly, you are not alone. You may feel like physically you are all by yourself, but know that you are not alone. If you are a believer, and I'm a believer, so I know that I am never alone when I find myself in a dilemma. I am never alone. I am not alone, so I use my belief system as a strategy. My belief system tells me that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I choose to believe that, and it works for me. My belief system tells me that I will overcome, and I believe it, and it works for me. It is a process. It doesn't just happen instantly, but I believe it and I apply what I believe. And in the end, out of every challenge, I end up being able to smile again. So you can as well. Mindset is a very critical matter in this issue of challenges. You have to get to a point where you run your thoughts, you rule your thoughts, and you manage your emotions. Start learning to focus on challenges just as what they are. I like having notebooks. I have so many notebooks around me. I have notebooks about where I want to be in life, what I want to achieve, the kind of things I will have to do to achieve what I want to achieve. And I also have notebooks around money matters, a list of what I owe, a list of what I must do to pay what I owe, a list of how much I can afford in terms of repaying. So I'm saying you need to have those kind of notebooks. Notebooks are important because if you don't record things, then you just have an idea, but you don't really know fully what the situation is. And financial challenges require one to have full details in terms of exactly what the challenge is. I know that challenges are caused by different things, different situations. Sometimes you find yourself in challenges that you did not necessarily create, or you find yourself in challenges because you were too caring, or you had to help when you knew you couldn't help, or you were expected to help when you knew you could not help, or somebody came and stole from you, stole from your business, or just stole from your personal account. It doesn't matter what it was, or maybe we were careless. We can also admit that. Maybe we were too trusting. We can admit that as well. But we are here now, and what are we going to do? So let's get those notebooks ready. Do you have the notebooks? Today, all we're doing is we are acknowledging that there's a challenge. We are acknowledging what the challenge is. We are making notes of how big or how small the challenge is. That's the first thing you're doing. Now you're going to make a list of 10 possibilities to overcome this challenge. 10 possibilities. And I leave you with that.